go.
Recording. What's up, buds? And welcome to a new shorty from the Earbuds podcast. It's not really a shorty this time around, but I'm going to keep calling it a shorty because we're doing it on a Friday. But this is the episodes where we have a live reaction to a brand new album that just came out. Usually we sit with records for like a week or so before we talk about them so we can really dive into it. But you're going to get our gut reaction to the record that we're talking about today, which is Lupe Fiasco's, what's this shit called? Drill Music in Zion.
Listen, in today's society, you gotta get shit as soon as it comes out. That's what we're doing right now.
People
this
don't
album
have
came out
patience.
today. We got no idea what it sounded like. We got no idea what other people think it sounded like.
Yeah, I have not heard a snippet of this music. I used to really love Lupe Fiasco, honestly, and he kind of, at one point, I think it was an album called Lasers or something, it just started getting a little too pop for me. He kind of started losing a little bit of his more skate rap stuff that he was doing before. Just really cool shit, man. He was awesome, and I'm excited to hear this music. I mean, I'm loving drill music lately also, so I'm ready to get to hear what this sounds like, man.
This sounds like a great transition from skate rap to drill music. Like, that sounds like a pretty smooth transition.
I hope so.
I've never heard of Lupe Fiasco as far as I know, so it'll be interesting to see how our perspectives are completely different, how yours is wrong, how mine's right, all that good stuff.
Okay. I see where you're going with that. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and prove Brett wrong. And let's start listening to this album, dude. We're going to start with track number 1, obviously, called The Lion's Dean. Well, dude, I can tell you right now, if all the music on this album continues like this in Gotti and The Lion's Dean, I'm going to love this record.
This is an extremely chill, groovy vibe right now.
Yeah, almost like Enya type music.
Yeah.
It almost feels like we're listening to these last 2 songs underwater.
Yeah, which is not what I was expecting at all.
At all.
It's literally called drill music, so I assume there's going to be like at least one drill song.
Some type of like dubstep stuff is kind of what I was expecting. A little more like party music, but man, I'm loving this vibe right now so far. It is putting me in a really chill mood.
Yeah, that first track, Lion's Dean's just like poetry. Starts off with poetry, have some ambient synths kind of swelling up, swelling out, clean low guitar.
It kind of sounds a little bit like the music in that 90s song, the hey, tell me you know that song.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Geez. The Return to Innocence. I think it's Enigma or Enya. Alright, anyway. Yeah, then it goes into Gotti. Gotti is cool, man. It has kind of like jazz rap vibes, a little dreamy, a little kind of trippy.
I like the Adam and Eve happen at Applebee's line.
yeah, Lupe's got some pretty cool lines so far. That's kind of the thing that I felt like why I got he got out of style for me a little bit, because it kind of seemed like he was phoning it in on a couple of records, and it just seemed he seemed bored. This sounds like he might be coming back to his, kick push form that he was back in the day when I got into him, man. Let's keep going. Let's listen to Autobotto.
Yeah, should we keep going 2 at a time?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. All right, dude. I mean, they're still going with this super dreamy trap beats that I'm just loving. Those like really reverbed electric piano twinkling stuff in the background.
Yeah, it's super spacey, super kind of ambient, very roomy.
Super roomy. Like, and it's like Autobotto had almost an Eastern vibe to the beat a little bit. It almost felt like Middle Eastern or maybe even like, Asian.
Yeah, it had like that interesting guitar sample. It kind of almost sounded like a MIDI guitar or something like that.
Yeah, it didn't sound like a real guitar.
I liked that line, my warning shots, headshots.
Man, I'm not able to pick out any lines. I'm just like trying to vibe to this whole thing.
I'm vibing, but I didn't know. I've never listened to Lupe before. I didn't know he was kind of like he seems like he used to be a punchline rapper.
Yeah, he was a little bit for sure. That's kind of maybe when I got out of his music a little bit, but I think he's kind of bringing it a little bit more on this. Like he was getting really poppy and very energetic and like dance music on Lasers, and I haven't really heard anything since. So I could be way off. Maybe he's gone back to this for the last few albums, but I haven't heard them. Yeah, he kind of I'm loving his delivery. I think he's having some great lines, and it's just like his voice is great. You know, he's really chill but confident. So it's fun to listen to him rap.
I'm digging it, man. I think he likes to use metaphors and all this imagery. Like in Precious Things, he uses his hands a lot as like conduits of, you know, how he makes his music and what he pulls from and all that stuff. And it's just cool to see. I feel like not a lot of people really like they'll do a thing for one line or two, and then they'll move on to the next thing. But he likes to kind of stay on this little topic and expand on it and focus on it a little bit. And I think that was cool.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really liking what he's doing, and I'm loving it's. I think Soundtrack has produced every song so far throughout this record, and man, I'm loving his style. This super chill, dreamy beat, and Precious Things almost had like a swing trap beat, which was something I've never really heard before.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because I feel like it went real well. It had the deep bass. But it was chill and swingy. I think it might have had one too many choruses.
Yeah, one too many choruses, one too many verses. Like Naraya, I think is how you pronounce her name. She has an awesome voice. Like she's a great singer, and I'm liking what she's doing on the song so far. She was on both Autobotto and Precious Things, and they're like affecting her voice a lot.
Yeah,
which I like. Like they did that lower octave that like doubled up with her during the choruses of Precious Things. I really liked it, but man, yeah, about 2.5 minutes in, it started getting kind of boring.
Yeah, it's so weird that she was the outro of Autobotto and then the intro of Precious Things.
Yeah,
It's not like she has a bad voice or anything. Naira, I feel like might be how you pronounce her name.
Yeah, oh, did I write it down wrong? Fuck, my bad.
But
Naira, not Naraya. Yes.
But like, I don't know, man. I'm enjoying it so far. It's nothing like what I expected, but it's a cool vibe. I think we should keep going.
Let's do it, man. Let's listen to Kiosk and Miss Mural. Dude, I'm way too fucking chill now.
Dude,
I'm so chill.
Hanging out.
Oh my god. I liked it.
I think it's great, dude. I really liked these last two songs. I thought the kind of concept for Kiosk was interesting, where most of the songs just him with the distorted vocal over a piano, kind of talking about I don't know, like the
sort of singing.
Yeah, sort of singing a little bit.
Yeah.
He had this line about how when AIDS kills gay people, it's God killing the gay people, but when someone dies of cancer, it's God's mysterious ways. I really liked that line. I thought that was really good. The fucking excuse me at the end was weird.
That was weird. It was like a weird comedy bit at the very end of the song, but I love Kiosk too, man. He's sort of singing on it, which is really cool.
Yeah, I really liked the kind of. It wasn't like a chorus, but there was like a melody he kept coming back to.
Yeah, and it's very stripped down until halfway. It's just piano and vocals until like a minute 30 in, or his
like
second
2
verse
minutes,
or something, and then the bass kicks in, and then finally everything comes in, and it's sort of like a boom bap beat. And I don't really understand the kiosk being in the middle of the mall, and then all of a sudden like this really kind of on the nose social commentary, but fucking I liked it anyway. That bass is super juiced. So
and that bass at the end was so fucking tasty.
Just ridiculous. And then Miss Mural, which is apparently the third in a trilogy about this arc narrative that he's been talking about for the last couple of albums. I really liked it too.
Oh yeah, that was probably my favorite beat so far.
Probably my favorite lines of his so far too. Like he fucking murdered that song.
Yeah, when he talked about like, I don't see it as putting on makeup, I see it as severing a face. Like that's such colorful imagery to me.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's sort of a criticism and commentary on the art world and how like vapid and shallow and kind of stupid it is.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a deeper meaning to this that I'm just not able to grasp from like one listen.
No, yeah,
you know, but
from having not heard a Lupe song, hearing the third installment of a trilogy, I don't really know what's going on, but
I don't know what's going on either.
These last two songs have definitely won me over. I'm super interested in this guy, and I'm excited to go back in his catalog, and I'm excited to read these lyrics again when I listen to this album again.
Yeah, man, me too. That was by far the best lyrics on the record, dude. Let's fucking keep this train going, dude. Let's listen to Naomi and Drill Music in Zion.
Soundtrack loves those outros.
Soundtrack loves jazz and trip hop.
Yeah.
And really dreamy lo-fi music, and I'm just still really digging all of the music on this record, and I feel like Lupe is just getting better as this album is playing out.
No, yeah, I like on Drill Music in Zion, he was kind of doing this singing chorus that was real catchy.
Yeah.
Naomi was what I felt was kind of a moment of levity, where kind of a more traditional, energetic, upbeat, kind of just having a little more fun with that one is the most I got.
Definitely the most energetic track on the record so far. Still pretty chill, but it had a nice like heavy hitting kind of boom bap beat to it, and I like that a lot of the music seemed to be just made up of a lot of jazz samples.
Yeah.
And more great lyrics from Lupe on Naomi, and I love the weak kind of cheapy sounding trumpet at the end. That was a really cool way to go out. And then Drill Music in Zion, very dreamy, jazzy, chill Lupe on that one. Lots of seemingly like social commentary of like current events and political stuff and climate change and all that. So it's cool that he can mix all that in and do it in a really artistic way where he's more telling a story and painting a picture than just kind of saying what he believes or doesn't believe, you know?
Yeah, it seems like he puts more effort into making into like really coloring a picture for people instead of just, I guess, drawing the lines.
He goes all in on his metaphors and allegories and stuff too, which
I appreciate.
I like it. I appreciate it. It shows how deep he can get into that stuff where he doesn't. It's not just two lines and just a passing phrase. It's kind of like he's like, no, let's get into this. Yeah, and I dig it. I like it.
Well, let's get into the last couple songs on the album. I assume
let's finish strong.
This next one is about me. Just moved to Seattle.
I think it's about your move. He was asking about that on Twitter. I saw the
stuff I was going through.
Brett's struggle.
Yeah,
that's what this next song's going to be about. Let's listen to the last two tracks, man, and then we'll get into we'll talk about our favorite songs on the record and rate this fucking thing.
Let's do it, man.
Wow, what a closer, man.
What a way to end the album.
Like, that's one of the best hip hop closing tracks that I've heard in a long time.
No, yeah, me too. I think it's so it's such a smart take on it, because I feel like all rappers, not all rappers obviously, but a lot of rap is
hashtag not all rappers.
It's about kind of bragging and telling other rappers they're fake. But in this song, the entire the concept of this song is that Lupe is kind of thinking about how horrible it is that this stuff is real. That rappers rap about this shit and like going to jail and having to survive on the streets and either dying or like happening to get rich. And that
I love the lines, all we talk about are our goddamn priors, shiny metal boxes on top of goddamn tires. If I say I didn't indulge, my pants would be on goddamn fire.
Yeah.
Like, that's, oh man, the line, what's the difference between a posthumous album and a life insurance policy, is just like,
That
Woo,
one,
we both like reacted to that one
Yeah.
audibly.
like that. I think the third verse in that song was the best verse on the record to me. It
Yeah.
was talking about flying in a plane that's next to a prison and how horrible that must be to the prisoner who watches
Yeah.
planes fly every single day.
Yeah, talking about how he wishes that a lot of the stuff that people were rapping about nowadays were lies.
Yeah, because that's
And he's like, man, I wish that it's like this shit wasn't actually going on, but it sounds like sometimes it is.
up till then, you kind of didn't really. It wasn't specific what he was talking about when he said, like, I wish you were lying to me. And third verse, we kind of get it revealed. The first verse was an interesting thing where he's just.
Yeah, too many rappers are dying,
Yeah.
I think is what he said. Yeah.
Rappers died too much, and he just,
That
like.
was it.
Second verse, he's like, yeah, so silent reflection. On the
Yeah,
first
kind of
one.
wanted. Yeah, because he only has one line, and then they let the music of what would have been an entire verse just play out.
Yeah.
And I think that was a really interesting choice. Like, it threw me off at first, but then once he explained it in the second verse, it just got so much better. And yeah, that song was very heavy, man, and it had great music in it too. And that was really, really good. And Seattle was a great song too.
Seattle was great as well. It was
Yeah.
because we did it two at a time. It was kind of overshadowed, I think, but it was a nice
A little bit.
song. It showed how much of a fucking weeb Lupe is.
Yeah, you called out a bunch of references that I did not pick up on.
Yup,
at
there's
all.
like Dragon Ball, JoJo, obviously.
Yeah.
I think fucking Sonic was referenced a couple times.
Dude, you know I found out today that the Sonic 3 soundtrack was written by Michael Jackson?
You found that out today?
Just found that out today.
Dang.
You knew
it's,
that?
It's not official.
No, I think
Don't
that's
tell
what I
anyone.
read today is that it was official.
Really?
That it got confirmed.
Oh.
That's what I read.
Yeah, well, it been a kind of a popular trivia fact / rumor.
Yeah, like fan theory kind of.
Yeah.
I gotta listen to it, man. I want to listen to it now.
But yeah, I think Seattle was like, it kind of reminded me of a song that would be on TikTok. And
Ooh, okay, yeah.
his kind of had a little Kendrick type of delivery.
It did.
A little bit.
I
but
wasn't necessarily a big fan of that staccato kind of choppy delivery. I didn't really dig that. But another good beat. The most stripped down beat up until that 80s like plucky synthesizer
right.
comes in. That oh man, I love that so much. And but the beat was very airy and almost cavernous, and they even kind of reverbed Lupe's vocals at certain times that made it sound like it was in a cave or just very reverbed. And I dug it, man. It was a good 2 really good songs to end the record with.
yeah, man, I think it was good shit. Let's talk about the thing. Let's talk about the dang thing.
Let's talk about the dang thing. I mean, first off, Lupe is pretty goddamn good on this album.
He's pretty damn good, dude.
Yeah.
He is colorful in his imagery. He likes to go deep into the metaphors he creates and shows a couple layers of it. But he also kind of has a couple little like melody bits and singy bits.
Yeah.
Which
he's got good hooks.
Yeah, he's got some good hooks on this record.
Yeah. And like you said, some really good lines, and I love that for the most part he just has this laid back, chill delivery, but it's very confident, and he's a very smart guy, obviously, when you're listening to this. Like his ability to like paint a picture with words and have so much commentary on stuff like art and politics and climate change and all these societal issues and cultural issues is really pretty damn impressive, to be honest. That he can do it so well that it's like we were saying throughout listening to this album, that he really goes all in on some of these metaphors and this the narrative and story that he's trying to tell. He doesn't half-ass it at all on any of these songs.
Yeah.
He goes all in. I really, really respect it and was impressed that he could do it for almost every song. Felt like 4 to 5 minutes long, and he kept me into it almost pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, it was one of a few times that I'd been excited to read along with the lyrics of an album.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't know, most of the time, like we're listening to just fucking like Run the Jewels or something. Like it's gonna be a little samey and
Yeah.
like I don't know, man. I'm just impressed with.
And almost too much. You know,
Yeah.
like it was fun to read along to the lyrics with this because of how honestly how good the lyrics are. So it's almost like when you're reading along, it helps you appreciate the lyrics. I feel like more because I would have just vibed because man, one of the things I probably if I like something more than Lupe on this record, it's the music. Soundtrack is a fucking badass producer.
It all the music on here was fantastic, man.
So good. So
Wow.
dreamy and open and airy and had great bass and 808 drums on it and the piano. I mean, everything that he used, and there was a lot of jazz stuff on this record too, but like lo-fi, trippy jazz at times too. I loved everything that they did. I loved every beat.
Yeah, in coming from, we thought there would be some drill music. Not a single ounce of drill music on this entire record, which
No.
is fine because what we
It's fine.
got was great.
Yes. If you like the lo-fi music to study to, you're going to like all the beats on this record.
Yeah, you said lo-fi, like
Yeah.
it's roomy, spacey, but it's groovy most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, we were both just bobbing our heads the entire time
Just
on every
A
song.
very good vibe record. And if you don't feel like vibing, you could listen to the lyrics
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
stop vibing.
Yeah, for sure. The lyrics can just get deep, man. And I really appreciated all the stuff that Lupe was saying on this record. And let's get into our favorite songs, man. Let's get our choice nugs. Like I have a lot of honorable mentions. I loved Gotti, the second track, a lot. I liked Precious Things. I thought, even though Precious Things got kind of boring halfway through, I thought it was just a great vibe the whole time. Again, it's like we can say the same things about all the music on pretty much every song, so I'm not going to get too deep into what the music sounds like a lot, but like Miss Mural, Naomi, Seattle, the last track that I'm forgetting already.
It's like on phoneme. Isn't it?
There you go, on phoneme. Yeah, I liked all of it. Like I really did, but my first choice nug would be Autobotto.
Autobotto. It's the third track.
Yes, super dreamy trap beat that has that really reverbed electric piano
Super
in the background.
just being a rap song.
So rap, just so goddamn rap, but almost we said had almost a Middle Eastern or Asian vibe to it, which I really really liked.
Yeah, with that kind of guitar or whatever that instrument is kind of sample.
Yeah, whatever that MIDI guitar was, what we were kind of thinking it was. And Lupe just sounds cool as hell on that song. Like it just made me feel cool listening to it. So I love that.
So funny. The feature on this song is like not really anything. Naira just kind of repeating the chorus. It kind of sound like Laura Les from 100 Gex to me.
Yeah, that was. I had to look it up. I had to make sure it wasn't because I hate 100 Gex. But it was the weirdest feature and the laziest feature. But I still like what they did with her.
Sure.
Yeah. So what was your first choice note?
Well, I think I only had like one honorable mention, and that's only because I liked every single song. Honorable mention is Kiosk.
I could have just said that. Yeah, Kiosk. Okay, yeah, that's yep.
I thought it was an interesting concept for a song, what they did with it. But
that's I might as well say it. That's my other choice nug.
Oh, okay. Let's get into that.
Yeah. No, I liked Kiosk a lot. Like you were saying, the weird like mall imagery that he was using.
Yeah.
To he was almost like hawking something to someone, like trying to sell someone in the first verse, and then he starts talking about it's cool because it's just piano and him, and then eventually the bass comes in like halfway through the second verse, and then finally the percussion comes in and it just hits really really well. Like yeah, I liked that a lot when the percussion came in, and yeah, when he gets into the social commentary, it kind of threw me off a little bit, but I liked it.
Yeah, man, and I thought the outro. Soundtrack is loving his outros on this record, especially with like Miss Mural, where it's like,
oh man,
it's like a minute and a half long or something. But
yeah, and on Kiosk he has that super juiced up bass.
Oh yeah,
that is just
sounds
like
so
such
tasty.
The way to close that song out. That was just I loved it.
Well, let's get to my first nug, which is Miss Mural, which is the song right after it.
Great. It's another super dreamy piano sample and like deep, juicy, jazzy bass.
Yeah.
So good.
It's that synth sample, whatever it is super great. I think it's my favorite like beat on the record.
Yes, and it's definitely, if not the best lyrics, the second best lyrics of any song on the record too.
This one really won me over with the lyrics. Kind of won me over on Lupe, and I'm definitely gonna check this guy out for sure.
You definitely should,
I'm
man.
excited
Listen to Food and Liquor. Food and Liquor is a fucking amazing album, and he had 2 or 3 after that one that I really liked a lot. But yeah, Miss Mural's great, man. I love his like. He seems to be doing some sort of social like commentary on and criticism of the art world.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's more to it than that, and I haven't dived into the lyrics that much yet. But I really liked everything he was saying. He fucking killed it on Miss Mural.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see the trilogy and like what is going on.
I want to hear the first 2 now.
And my second choice nug is the last song. However you pronounce that. Onphonem, maybe?
Onphonem.
I feel like that's supposed to onphonem. Onphonem. I feel like
onphonem.
If you like say it fast enough or slow enough, it like becomes a word or something.
It must mean something.
Just a great way to end the album. One of the, as you said, one of the best like last tracks on a rap album I've ever heard. I feel like he gets extremely personal, and it kind of opens himself up. I loved just the lyrics on this one were so great, but the music was also that spacey, roomy, almost kind of minimalist.
Almost
production.
trip hop.
Yeah,
almost like a 90s trip hop song.
Trip hop.
And yeah, dude, like if again, this is a contender for the best lyrics on the record. It's between this and Miss Mural.
Yeah,
by far.
And so, with that being said, what are you gonna rate this album? Because I know what I'm gonna rate this album.
Well, all right, let's get into that, dude. Because I was very impressed with Lupe. I feel like he only got better as the album went out. This is some of my favorite. Goddamn, one of the last shorties that we did, or like. These, first reactions was to Drake's Honestly Nevermind.
Oh my god.
Is light years ahead of that record. It's going for a similar vibe in terms of the music at times, but it's just so much better done.
I know you talked about kind of getting out of Lupe because it seemed like he wasn't putting that much effort into it. He was kind of phoning in. That is not the case on this record.
No, not at all.
I appreciate, it seems like they really wanted to do some stuff with this album.
Yeah, I mean the whole album is just vibes, like front to back, soup to nuts, and
toe to tip.
Lupe brought it, toe to tip, and Lupe brought it. Soundtrack brought it as a producer. Naira has great vocals. He had some good features on this album with her, and yeah, man, I really liked it. I liked it a lot more than I expected to. So honestly, I'm gonna give it an 8.0.
An 8.0, man. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. It's such
that's surprising.
Such a vibe on this whole album. I'm excited to go back and read the lyrics and really kind of parse it. I'm hoping a couple listens really makes me appreciate stuff and find stuff I didn't see.
Yeah.
No drill music.
There's a lot to dive into.
No drill music.
No drill. I was hoping to hear a lot more aggressive stuff, but I'm really surprised at what we got here.
Deducted at least 3.5 points.
Dang. Right off the bat, so he had to build that shit back up.
Yep, had to build that back up.
All right. Where'd he land?
I don't really have much bad to say about it at the moment. There were a couple cheesy lines. Maybe a couple songs ran a little bit too long, but right now, I'm going to give this one a 9.
Woo!
I'm thinking a 9 right now because I know I'm going to love it more.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, I don't know, man. I just love this record.
Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised and impressed with this album. I definitely think anyone who's into jazz hip-hop or hip hop that likes to comment on current events and social commentary and stuff should definitely check out this album. Lupe Fiasco, you fucking killed it on this shit. Good job, man. And good job to soundtrack. Tip of the cap. Salute.
Look, if you want to come on the album, we'll schedule you. We'll give you the bump.
If you want to come on our album, the Earbuds record that we're going to release. Yeah, then, oh man, that'd be superb. Well, buddies, what did you guys think of this record, man? Have you guys heard this album yet? Let us know what you guys thought. Give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a follow on Instagram at EBPcast. You can follow our YouTube page. We're on Spotify and all that. We have tons and tons of episodes that we've done of a lot of different types of music. Brett, I'm really excited for this summer, dude. We're going to be doing just every week. We're going to be doing shorties, and I'm into it.
We're just doing some shorties, man.
This summer is the time for this, man, to do these first reactions because there's so much good music coming out in the next couple months. Just like movies. Like there's a shit ton of awesome movies that are about to come out too. I'm very excited.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see who's up, man. There are probably going to be some surprise releases. There have been a lot of those lately. I'm excited to see when that happens. We might look at the word live streaming again. Maybe not. Maybe.
It's a fucking we just it's like saying Hamlet on stage or something. Like we probably just fucked ourselves over.
Like,
but
don't pretend I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move past that really quick. Buds, what new albums are you guys most excited about that are coming out in the next couple months that you'd want us to talk about? Man, we wanna fucking know. Brett, is there anything else you want to say to the people? Good. I want to say I love you guys. Brett, I love you.
Oh, I love you too, man.
Shut the fuck up. And stick around for the next shorty, guys. We salute you for listening.
I wanna exaggerate. We are not pro-military on this
Not
podcast.
even close, dude. I'm wearing a High Times shirt right now. It might not mean much, but it means something to me.
Well, I'm not about to go to a protest on a certain overturning of a certain ruling.
Jesus fucking Christ. Let's not end on a bad note. We liked this album a lot.
Yep.
But buddies, look out for each other.
Don't let
Smoke
the government control
weed.
you.
Don't let the government control you. Fuck what they're doing right now. And if you guys don't agree, you can fuck off. Honestly.
Yeah.
At this point.
I don't much care for you.
I don't much care for you. But I cared for this episode, and I'm going to rate it a 9.0.
I'm rating this one a fucking 9.0.
Okay, I was like, you always have to fucking one-up me. But cool. You matched it. Buddies, thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Adios.
Bye.
De nada.